end the huge business and commercialization of college athletics with the primary objective of education and developing young people for their best opportunities for success afterwards is really quite challenging.
You're intelligent, educated, and frankly, you have a voice in this maelstrom and turbulence of how college basketball will ultimately be governed. So give us your broad perspective, the one and done, the buttressing, the G League, the collective bargaining issue. How's that all going to shake out?
Man, it's a lot. That's a multi-layered question and very complex. I would like to see us get back to focusing on the education and development, clearly finding a way to continue to provide scholarship athletes with all they need financially to be able to attend college, the cost of attendance model. I'm not a proponent of paying the athletes a stipend. Increasing the cost of attendance is kind of where I land. But then again, taking the slow, long road to rehabilitating the negative and the unsavory aspects of the game. And some of it is just business, but in college education, it's hard to find a good space for business as business operates and education. So not for paying, but for increasing the cost of attendance and really continuing to sell the story of the value of the education component. I mean, when you immerse yourself in getting an education from top-notch schools, that sets you up for pretty good success across the board. And there's such a small percentage of those who are going to be pros. We've really got to focus on those that are going to benefit and have a chance to uplift themselves through education and not get distracted by the dollars that are there. It's reality. We can do a better job with what we do with that money and servicing the student athletes. And I think that's where we need to be.
Very important recurring theme for you. So the other issue, too, is the 75%, maybe 80% of NBA players have had financial troubles over time. Boatload of money, a lot of mismanagement. First of all, how do you deal with that, and whose responsibility ultimately is it? Family, agent, league, team, player association?
I think that number may be a little skewed and maybe overstated because I'm seeing more and more young players become much more educated and savvy about how to make the most of their financial opportunities through pro sports. So I think there's a tremendous improvement in those numbers. Those are fairly outdated, but there's still an issue in terms of the Peter Pan existence that pro sports can be. And if guys aren't committed and ladies aren't committed to growing and developing, they can be stagnant. And that's the most important. Education, empowerment through education, and then having more and more positive examples out there that are doing it right in terms of not only managing their money, but using their money for the influence and the greater good, influencing the greater good of society, and then being able to uplift their own families and communities through financial resources.
Finally, we're in Columbus, Ohio, AAA All-Star Game, mega event, minor league baseball, great, and you're a hometown hero. How does it make you feel being a keynote here at one of the big events in Columbus?
Humbled and proud, Rick, because of what this means to our city, what it says about Huntington Park and the Clippers organization led by Ken Schnocky and his staff and the city of Columbus. A tremendous opportunity to celebrate not just AAA baseball and baseball in general, but to celebrate our city and the role that our city plays in improving the quality of life for our citizens. I mean, these types of events are significant, not just for the people that are close to them, but for those who benefit on the periphery. So extremely humbled and thankful to have a chance to be part of today's luncheon.
Finally, where is Clark Kellogg 5 years from now?
Wow, that's a good question. Hopefully I'll still be behind the microphone doing some work for CBS, but more than that, I'll be engaged significantly, continuing to enjoy my wife of 35 years and our grandchildren and our children here in Columbus.
Clark Kellogg talking about grandchildren and children makes us feel old but satisfied. Rick Horrow, sports professor, thank you very much. Speak with you soon.